Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now February 16th of 2025, and ever since the Meghan Markle drama sparked over at Netflix headquarters and between the CEO Greg Peters, the many executives over there, the board of directors, and how one by one they are beginning to turn against Meghan Markle based on the overall backlash now growing in numbers for With Love Meghan, which by the way is due for release still in early March. We have a lot of things to discuss about that, but what's interesting here has a lot to do with Meghan Markle's backup plan and everything else in between falling into pieces essentially after her actual Netflix deal went sour. One thing about all of this is that we do know that Meghan Markle is trying to desperately expand her career and to actually find different avenues. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. So one thing about Meghan Markle is for sure is that we know that she is not only self-absorbed, she's also narcissistic in nature and very much greedy. I think that is probably one of the best words to describe her as, especially after that photo op at the LA fires and desperately trying to get that actual appearance onto her show With Love Meghan, serving as an intro where a lot of board of directors, by the way, over at Netflix did not want to engage in that. Even they believed that that was too much. But this is where it gets interesting because we already know that a lot of studios, and I mean a lot of studios, are beginning to drop Meghan Markle like dominoes. They want nothing to do with her anymore. They are shying away from her. And this is the beginning of the end for Meghan Markle when it comes to her time in the limelight, to her time as a supposed quote-unquote, and I'm putting up air quotes right now, actress, and everything else happening with her push for diversity, equity, and inclusion that is now just getting outright blocked. However, of course, ever since the Meghan Markle drama erupted behind the scenes at Netflix and in the public eye, one significant development going on right now involves more to do with Meghan Markle and her recent behavior after getting cancelled in a very unexpected way as a result of the Netflix drama. Now, one crucial update to this situation now involves how Meghan Markle, as it turns out, acted very erratic toward the studios responsible for creating the Carnival Cruise Line's commercials after she was canceled from a major deal that was already set and ready to go, and just recently was canceled, where Meghan Markle was supposed to be paid $10.5 million for a series of Carnival Cruise Line commercials. Now, the $10.5 million contract deal was meant to provide her to film around 20 Carnival commercials throughout 2025 and to be released in 2026. The main reason why she was booted from these commercials, and get this, and lost out on this opportunity, is that Meghan started to act out in a very controlling way, where she wanted the commercials to promote diversity more so than ever before, and demanded the studios handling the Carnival commercials to hire actors and extras to only come from DEI to better serve into the actual commercial itself. These demands actually led to other arguments where Markle believed that she wasn't getting the proper treatment in the actual ads, where she wanted the scenery of the commercials to be changed. This was just before the deal breaker. The deal breaker for Markle was that the studios informed her that they were aware about her internal issues with Netflix and how they find that to be highly offensive, especially with her growing issues with CEO Greg Peters of Netflix. In addition to all of this, Meghan Markle also was demanding to be paid around $15 million for this Carnival contract deal instead of 10. And all bets were off with that, where Markle decided to blame them for discrimination on her, of course, based on her ethnicity. This is the exact moment in which she was canceled from the massive Carnival Cruise Line contract deal. Now, before I move on, let me just say one thing about this, is that we've talked about this about like 2 or 3 times, that Meghan Markle has this backup plan, and her backup plan is commercials, alright? They are commercials. If she loses all movie roles or cameos, small roles, whatever it may be, anything like that, voiceover opportunities for animated material, anything that she gets denied or refused to work on, she has commercials, and even those are beginning to backfire right now on her career. And that just goes to show you how insignificant Meghan Markle truly is. After everything is going on over at Netflix, we already know that there's a lot of things going on there between her conflicts with CEO Greg Peters, and we have a lot to talk about him, by the way, today, and what he recently did to Meghan and how she acted out. So stay tuned on that later. You're going to really love that one. But I think what's interesting here about Meghan Markle, too, is the fact that she demanded the scenery of these commercials to be changed. You know, I find that a lot of these actresses or actors that I like to call activists, because because they like to use their platform for activism as well, is that they try to push this DEI narrative way too hard, not just on the general public, but also internally at the studio. They want things changed. They want the, creativity of these things altered. They believe that they're a director, a producer, or a writer, when they're really just an actress or an actor. And that's Meghan Markle right there. A very controlling individual trying to really control the situation and acting out as a producer or a writer-director that's supposed to handle the more creative side of, commercials or movies, television, whatever it may be. But moving on here, alright? Not only that, but the pre-plan to these commercials, the marketing teams over at Carnival believe that she rehearsed the commercials in a very inauthentic way that they believed would destroy their image, and especially after her photo op at the LA fires. Everything else went downhill after that for Meghan. The $10 million deal, 10.5, was also going to provide Meghan Markle a special visit to one of the ships opening in either 2026 or 27 that's under construction. That appearance also has been cancelled, and any appearances featuring Markle to promote Carnival are now no longer moving forward at all. Multiple studios one by one are beginning to cancel plans with Markle after learning about the Netflix studio conflicts, and her backup plan is rapidly vanquishing every single week with commercial contract deals. This is the latest cancellation for Meghan Markle to date. Now, again, before I move on about this, the thing about Meghan Markle, too, is that she's also one that acts out against those running the show, right? We're talking about the directors, we're talking about the producers, and when you're trying to become the face of a major company, which we're talking about Carnival, we all know that she is, so obsessed with traveling. She likes the concept of traveling. I can see why she got involved in this contract deal that went sour, that is no longer moving forward at all, and rightfully so, by the way. What's interesting here, though, that I find out of all of this is that this is creating a ripple effect. Other commercials that have contacts with these commercial companies handling those actual ads for Carnival are now beginning to learn this overall behavior of how Meghan Markle acts when things don't go her way, or how she tries to change the contract deal or change the actual payout amount. And that's just ludicrous. It goes to show you that she doesn't belong in this business, whether it's show business in general or just in commercials, period, the end. She had her time on Suits, for sure, we all get that, but that time has passed, that ship has sailed, and she's really irrelevant at this point in 2025. In fact, I don't think that she ever was really relevant to begin with as an actress. So, moving on, one thing I will just close with here is that we already know that Meghan Markle is trying to land other contract deals with other, studios that handle many of these popular brands and handling those commercials, so we'll keep you guys posted on that. But I think that everything happening right now with Love Meghan, that new series for Netflix, coming out in just a couple of weeks, by the way, it's just right around the corner. It's going to be fascinating to see what's going to happen to Netflix after that thing drops, because we already know that people are unsubbing in massive numbers right now. And we're going to go over those statistics and those metrics in a couple of hours. But overall, I would like to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.